Hey everyone, Aaron, Prepping Ohio. Today I'm starting the pellet stove up for the first time this season, not year, season, you know. I just cleaned it out and I got this much ashes out of it that I forgot to take out at the end of last season. So, cleaned it up real good, inspected everything, and now I'm going to try it out. So, really simple, on button, let it go. It's, the intake blower starts. I think you can hear that. And the auger's running. I don't know if you can see in there the little tinky sounds. That's the pellets falling down into the burn pot. I think you might be able to hear that. This usually takes, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. I'm really wondering what's going to happen because it's probably going to be really smoky. I hope not. And I hope there's no problems like a clogged up chimney. I did check it out, but you know, I guess really the only real way to check it is to run it. So I think you can hear the pellets falling down in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me turn on the light here. Okay, let's see if you can see down in there. There's a burn pot. And that's the chute where the pellets come down from. I don't know if you just heard that. I don't know if you can hear that or not. It's real faint for me. I hear the auger there. Okay, I think you can see him coming down that little chute. Now he's going to, there's an igniter down inside there at the bottom of the burn pot, but you can't see it because of the shadow. That's going to start glowing here in a little bit. And the pot's going to fill up with those pellets. And it should go here in a second. I know that you can replace the igniter, so hopefully this one still works. It is something that wears out, you know. It's just it's a consumable thing, just like a spark plug in a car, or well, more like a glow plug in a diesel engine. You can see down in there, there's like a pit on that side, and then of course there's a pit on that side. That's sort of where the ashes catch. The air sucks in from outside underneath of this burn pot and kind of shoots up through there, and you'll see the flame. I'll probably get about this high. It should take off here pretty soon. Okay, the igniter port is covered with the pellets, so I think it's going to start up here pretty soon. I am worried about the pellets in it. I left them in there all year. I meant to clean it out, just never got to it. And you can see there's actually some rust on the burn pot, so that means there was some sort of moisture in there. I really hope the pellets aren't too damp, and I hope the igniter works fine. I can hear the intake fan running, so that's working, and the auger is obviously working. It's shooting the pellets in. So I'll just check back with you here when it starts smoking. So I've let it run for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It feels really good in here. There's no problem anywhere. I don't smell any smoke, and carbon monoxide detector hasn't gone off, so I think I'll survive. I don't know if you notice how the window kind of fogged up a little bit there. That's typical. It does that. So I thought I'd share with you the shutdown process. Over here, I just push off, and it blinks for a little while, and it kicks on the intake fan, and it runs real hard, and it kind of blows all the hot embers out of there. Of course, all the pellets stop falling in, and it's until the house fan blows until the burn chamber cools off enough. Then the house fan shuts off, and it cycles through like a check thing where it checks itself, and it refills the pot for next ignition. But what I've noticed is sometimes the pot is still kind of warm, and those pellets can smoke. And if the exhaust fan is not, if it's not drawing in and pushing out, drawing in fresh air and pushing out the combusted air, the smoke kind of hangs in there, and it sort of stinks in the house a little bit. It'll kind of seep around all the seals. So what I do after I push the off button I just open the lid. There's a switch right here, and that shuts off the auger. It's a safety thing, so if you're ever messing around in here with these, you don't get your hand stuck in the auger. This is what the pellets look like. Rabbit food, I guess. There's different brands. Some of them are darker than others. I have found that this brand actually is the best. It is just like the most plain looking bag for pellets. But yeah, I leave this open until it shuts off, and then I just close the lid so it doesn't refill the auger. And that is pretty much it. You see it's blowing the coals out of there, and that's about it for this guy. This is the brand of pellets that I use. I've tried several different brands, and this one actually works the best. It creates the least amount of ash. It doesn't, and the ash isn't really clumped up or anything. There's 40-pound bags, and this hopper holds 120 pounds. And I just realized something. I have a cat now, so if I leave this up and I'm not here, she may mistake the hopper for a litter box, and I may have to kill her. Of course, I wouldn't kill her, but I would be very frustrated. But yeah, I just thought I'd add that. So does everybody remember this pile of lumber I got? And I've used some of it, of course, but there's not enough to do the project that I want to do for the grill, a little stand. Another piece over there. It's kind of scattered around. Someone gave me this today. Simple furniture. I always wanted an Adirondack chair, and I think I've got enough to do that. So I'm going to check it and measure everything, and maybe I'll build me one of them. I always wanted one, so I guess I'm just going to build one. Also got some deck screws here. Them green ones. They're kind of cool. Oh, yeah, anyway, they're screws. So yeah, this might be fun. So I got the chair done, sort of. I want to cut a curve in the top of it. Kind of running out of daylight here. I had to change the plans a little bit. Instead of using 5/4, it called for 1/4 treated. And the 5/4 obviously is thicker and wider. So I had to change up some things a little bit. I tried it out already. Got a beer, got my cigarettes. I sit in it, and it's great and really comfortable. Unfortunately, that is all the 5/4 I have left. That and that little piece over there, that's not enough to make another one. I do have some big 2x6s. I thought about trying to scale it up just a little bit maybe, and use those to make another one, a heavier one. And now that I've got a nice little model to go from, I can change some things. I don't like how the front turned out. I had to move the uprights to the outside. I wish I'd have cut these shorter and made this longer to cover up this end grain. And I don't like this. I don't have my table saw with me, so everything is kind of just blocked in there. But, you know, whatever. It works, it's comfortable. And it's, I don't know what it is about these things. They look like the most uncomfortable thing in the world, but you sit in it. It's pretty amazing. So I'll touch it up a little bit here and there, and that'll be it. So that's something kind of cool. My internet was running really slow and my phone was super staticky. I took my DSL filter off, which I don't really even need anymore because my phone line runs on one pair and the DSL runs on another pair. So there's 4 wires. This was designed when it was just one pair, when DSL and phone both ran on the same line. So I thought, hey, I don't even need this thing. Well, that's kind of has something to do with what was going on. And I'm sure what it was plugged into is pretty crappy right now too. I haven't taken that off. I just took this out and I put a regular splitter in. It's not a filter. This is a filter, but what I replaced it with was just a splitter. And suddenly my Netflix is working like great. It's all HD and stuff. So yeah, it's like corroded really bad right there in the middle. And this has happened before. Yeah, so I don't know what actually causes that, but I suppose humidity or something. So hopefully this will eliminate my problem for a while. And I will be replacing the block on the wall. So yeah, and you can see in there, I think you can see in there, maybe if I can get in the light properly, nothing in here is corroded. Well, you can't really see it. I don't even know where the contacts are. They'd be on this side, I believe. I think you can see them in there. There's no corrosion on any of those. Well, that was the problem.